She said you were sweet. She said she had a great time. And then she ghosted you anyway. Here's what happened. You didn't mess up the obvious stuff. You didn't talk about your ex. You didn't show up late. You weren't weird. You did everything right. And that's exactly the problem. Because the mistakes that actually kill first dates, they don't feel like mistakes. They feel like effort. They feel like being a good guy. And by the time you're wondering what went wrong, she's already decided you're not the one. She just hasn't told you yet. I spent most of my 20s in that exact loop. Solid dates, good conversations, nothing. Took me years to realize I was sabotaging myself in ways that felt like trying. This is the stuff I wish someone had broken down for me at 22. Here's the part that surprises most guys. It's not that you're doing too little on a first date. It's that you're doing too much. I used to think effort equals attraction. So I'd plan the marathon date. Nice place, second place, maybe a third. I'd basically build a whole evening like, look how serious I am. What I didn't see is how it reads from the outside. Not romantic. Compensating. Like I'm paying in advance for a result she hasn't earned. And the hidden frame is brutal. You're not seeing if she fits your life. You're trying to buy approval. You're trying to buy safety. Psychologically, when you give a lot before she's invested anything, it creates an imbalance. It doesn't feel like chemistry. It feels like pressure. And weirdly, people value what isn't fully available yet. If you're instantly all in, the mystery dies fast. So make the first date a small first chapter. Light, short, easy to extend if it's good. Investment gets earned, not gifted. The thing nobody tells you. Your location does more work than your conversation. If you're sitting across from each other at a table for 2 hours, the date turns into an interview by default. You feel like you have to carry it. Every silence feels loud. You start performing. She starts evaluating. It's not romantic. It's HR. Movement fixes that. A coffee, a quick drink, something light. And then, only if it's good, there's an easy little move. Short walk. Second spot around the corner. Tiny shared moments happen without you forcing anything, and somehow it feels like chemistry. Also, sit slightly side by side when you can. Not like a business meeting face to face. Side by side feels softer, less interrogation, more flirting. There's this famous study on a shaky suspension bridge. Guys felt their body spike and they thought it was attraction. That's the point. You don't need magic lines. You need the right frame. I used to think a fancy restaurant showed I was serious, until I noticed my best dates started with a simple coffee to go. Alright, a sneaky one. Asking lots of questions can make you more likable, and still make you less attractive. There was a Harvard speed dating study where just adding one extra question got people more second dates. Sounds like, cool, I'll just ask 100. But the same researchers basically say, if you only ask and never reveal anything, you don't come off warm. You come off either closed off or a little invasive. Because the rhythm turns into question, answer, next question. That's not flirting. That's a data interview. And if you're always the one interviewing, you're also quietly playing the role of the applicant. What actually builds chemistry is turn-taking. You share, she shares, not Q&A. People feel closer and have more fun when it goes back and forth like that. Simple fix. Ask one good question, then give a statement, an opinion, a tiny story. Follow up only after you've put something of yourself on the table. And ask more, how did that feel questions, fewer resume facts. Quick one. Have you caught yourself running a whole date in interview mode? Question, answer, question, and it was nice, but weirdly flat? Tell me in the comments. I did that for years without realizing. If you don't fix it, you'll get filed under sweet and interested, just not I want him. One of the fastest ways to kill the vibe is when she goes, so, what do you want to do? And you say, I'm easy, whatever you want. Sounds polite. It lands like you're lost. And now she's not on a date. She's managing a project. The point of leadership isn't control, it's service. You make it easy for her to relax. You propose something, you watch her reaction, you adjust. That's it. Dominance is pushing. Leadership is steering. So instead of an open question, give 2 options. Let's grab a drink at X. If it's packed, we'll do Y around the corner. Calm, simple, no pressure. Add a time container. Let's start with 60 to 90 minutes and see how it feels. That one line makes you look grounded. And on the date, pick a decent spot to sit, suggest a small move if it's going well, and be the one who wraps it up cleanly. I literally have 3 date spots saved in my notes app with backup options. Sounds obsessive. It's not. That tiny bit of prep made me look more confident than any clever line ever did. Most guys don't lose the date by doing something too early. They lose it by doing nothing at all. And yeah, passivity is also a message. If there's no romantic direction, she can't tell if this is a date, or coffee with a polite coworker. The tricky part is, more than 60% of women say they've ended things because a guy got touchy in a weird way. But too platonic ends a ton of situations too. Friendzone research basically points at the same thing. People end up there because they were scared, unsure, or passive. Mixed signals read like mixed feelings. And there's a window. If you're nice and hands-off for 90 minutes, then suddenly you try to flip a switch, it feels random. Keep it simple. Level 1. A normal greeting, quick contact, like it's not a big event. Level 2. Small situational touches. Laughing, guiding, showing something. Level 3. Closer distance, hand-holding, only after she's already comfortable near you. Green signs. She stays close, holds eye contact, touches back. Red signs. She pulls away, freezes, turns out, so you back off, immediately. Because if you never escalate at all, you never give her a chance to feel you romantically. I learned that the hard way. I circled one girl for 2 years. 2 years. And I ended up the good friend carrying boxes on moving day. The wait 2 days rule used to sound mysterious. Today it just reads as unreliable. Like you're playing games. Or you forgot she exists. What got me was a newer study from 2026. 500 plus people. And the interest curve was basically an upside-down U. Right after the date, interest is weirdly low. Everyone's tired, processing, getting home. Next morning, peak. That's when people feel the vibe again. And if you wait 2 full days, it drops hard, especially for women. Same message, different timing, totally different reaction. But don't swing to the other extreme and text her while you're still in the Uber like, "I had such a great time, did you have a great time?" I've done that. It's a lot. The point of the follow-up isn't to fish for reassurance. It's to set a frame. That was good. I'd like to see you again. Here's a plan. Keep it short, positive, and make it easy to say yes. Thursday or Sunday. No date debrief. No analysis essay. Bad timing plus needy tone can turn a solid date into, "Yeah, nice guy though." Here's the reframe that fixes almost all of this. You're not on a first date to get picked. You're there to see if you even want a second one. Because the root problem is you treating the date like a performance, like you're auditioning for the role of boyfriend. So you overgive, over-explain, over-ask, over-wait for permission. You're trying to earn comfort. Flip the picture in your head. You're sitting across from her, and instead of, "Man, I hope she likes me," it's, "Let's see if she's actually interesting enough to come back into my life." That's why the guy in section 1 overinvests. He thinks he has to prove himself. You don't. Investment is earned. New model, mutual vibe check. Does she fit your pace? Your standards? Is she respectful, curious, easy to be around? Or is she just pretty and unavailable? And when you think like that, everything calms down. You stop doing too much. The conversation gets natural. You lead without begging. You show intent without a panic swing. You follow up with a plan, not a fishing expedition. At 27, I started asking if the woman in front of me fit my life. Before that, I was way too busy hoping I fit into hers. By the way, if this helps and you want more stuff like this, a like and subscribe is the clearest signal you can give me. Simple as that.